Okay, hello, hey, hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Dr. Rogers, a multiple scholarship winner and ROT. So this is my brief intro. Today I have very exciting news. We'll be talking about full scholarships in Canada for undergraduate level, master level or PhD level. In most cases, PhD scholarships are, by the way, like jobs. We can't really call it scholarships, but PhD positions, fellowships, and all of that. Yeah, get me, but I'm excited. Yeah, I'm here to share the good news. Y'all, welcome back to my channel. So, if this is your first time, make sure you hit on the subscription button. And you should also hit on the notification bell so that each time I do put up a new video or when I go live, you're gonna be notified about that. Um, today I want to talk about full undergraduate scholarships, master level degree scholarships, PhD positions, always there all the time year round in Canada. And because this comes on popular demand, a lot of people have been requesting about this. So I'm here to deliver to you all. So the first university on the list, which I'll be talking about, is the University of British Columbia. So the University of British Columbia offers up to 10 million Canadian dollars yearly scholarships to international students for financial assistance to undergraduate students. So, and this is usually based on your academic performance in high school, in college. For those that are did probably British the American system or high school in the British system. So that is the amount of money of Columbia, that's the British University of British Columbia, offers for international students. Then there is also the Carleton Prestige Scholarship, which it offers scholarships to outstanding incoming undergraduate students with admission of average of 90%. Yeah, so it tells you they can offer up to 90% scholarship for incoming students because tuition fee usually for international students in Western countries, especially in Canada, America, and Europe, are usually way more expensive for international students than the local students. So some universities try as much as possible to assist the students in a way they can help them to to go to school and without necessarily overworking yourself. Because I remember this morning, I was while preparing for this stream, I had to watch through a stream, one of my friends video. She was interviewing another student who is a nursing student to share her experience schooling in Canada. And what she didn't mention was the fact that schooling, when you're being an international student, schooling coupled with going to school as an international student who is self-sponsored is usually way more expensive, to the point that you might be lacking in one part. So if you get to work for probably just 20 hours, you might just earn enough money for you to get to feed yourself and for housing purposes. But if you can have some of these scholarships, it's going to go a long way to help you cover up, with your education, so that you can probably get to go through your school without lacking in any of these forms. So if a university like the Carleton Prestige University can offer up to 90% scholarship upon admission for outstanding incoming undergraduate students, then this is really a good cut for you. So for instance, she said in her live show or interview, she mentioned of the fact that she's in the province of Edmond. I might not really pronounce it, Edmond. So she for her nursing program, she pays around 10K. That should be around 10,000 Canadian dollars, because probably she's a citizen. But as an international student, you get to pay 40K. And a lot of us who come from developing countries, trust me, that amount of money is a lot. So most of the time, your parents back home, or 90% of parents back home, cannot really assist students to pay that kind of sum. Probably if you're coming from a developed country like Korea, you might be able to afford that. But as a grown-up person, most of the time you would like to self-sponsor yourself, to go about that. Then the next university is the Calgary International Entrance Scholarship. So the University of Calgary um, offers up to 60 offer up to sorry, my daughter is feeding herself. Sorry, she's having a dinner. So the University of Calgary offers up to 60,000 um Canadian dollars for scholarship for a period of 4 years to undergraduate program. So this is based on it's based prob is to based on the performance of the student. So if you're interested in this scholarship, you should check on the Calgary International Entrance Scholarship Exam Board for this scholarship to see. So the list of universities I'm talking about now, they are mostly for undergraduate scholarships. Then, if you remember during my live show on Facebook, you're gonna see I talked about the Wittenberg University. So there is also the Wittenberg President Scholarship for World Leaders. It's a scholarship for world leader awarded to students entering any of the university division for the first time. So it offers between 3,500 to 5,000 Canadian dollars scholarship to students to help you for your admission. And also, there is also the University of Toronto Scholarship. So the University of Toronto Scholarship offers 4,400 scholarships to undergraduate programs at the University of Toronto, be it from different faculty, campuses, colleges, awards year round. So, sorry. So you should check on the University of Toronto. So you also have the University of Saskatchewan. Sorry, my friend. Saskatchewan International Student Award. So this university offers undergraduate scholarships to students based on, hello, Bella Tama. Hi, nice to have you on my stream. So this university offers scholarships to students based on prestige. So tonight I'm just giving you a list of the list of universities which offers undergraduate scholarships, because bear with me, worldwide, undergraduate scholarships are very rare. A lot of government, a lot of universities are not ready to offer undergraduate scholarships because, firstly, they usually the notion to on when I'm talking about yes, sure, I'm gonna write the name of the university. So yeah, that's right, that's better. So a lot of universities, what happens is usually a lot of government universities, bodies, or governors, presidents usually have very limited undergraduate scholarships because they think that at that level you should be ready to sacrifice and pay for your studies. Secondly, most students are coming in very young, so a lot of students can still afford assistantship from their parents and all of that. So that is one reason why usually a lot of governments do not. If you hear me keep talking about governments, is because most organizations that offered full undergraduate scholarships are usually governments, like the Korean government, the German government, called known as that scholarship, the Polish government, Finnish government, French gov. I think I haven't seen French full undergraduate scholarship. French government, and the African Union. The African Union. I'm fortunate to have benefited from the African Union full scholarship as well. The European Union. So most of these organizations are usually very reluctant to sponsor full undergraduate scholarships. That's why they are very, very rare. So the next university which I'm going to talk about um, for undergraduate scholarship is the Leicester person. Yeah, is the last. Let me write the name on the comment box. I'm gonna write the name on the comment box. That's the next university. Yeah, the next university is the Leicester B. Pearson International Scholarship. Yeah, that's university offers undergraduate scholarships for international students from the University of Toronto, and the scholarship will cover for your tuition, your books, your that's your full residence support for 4 years, because residents stay in Canada it's usually very, very expensive. So those are the list of undergraduate scholarships, of full undergraduate, or 90% undergraduate scholarships in Canada, which I had to come out for in this year 2021. There are more out there, but I think these are the best ones which I did came across, and I want to share with you. Now let's get to the master level on the full scholarships. So the master level full scholarship, the first one which I'm going to talk about is the Canada Graduate Scholarship Master Scholarship for students who enroll on master level or PhD at a university in Canada. So this scholarship name is called, if you just go to Google and you check out the Canadian Graduate Scholarship Master Program for Canadian students enrolled on a master degree or a PhD level. So this particular one is mostly for those that will benefit are those who already have their residency or already Canadian citizens. So they are gonna have higher chances of benefiting from this one at this level. So there's another one which is called the Canadian Memorial Scholarship. The Canadian Memorial Scholarship. Canadian Memorial. No, let me explain. Memorial Scholarship. Sorry about that. Yeah, the Canadian Memorial Scholarship. So the Canadian Memorial Scholarship, is a scholarship for students who are enrolled at for British postgraduate students. Yeah, this one is for students who are from Britain. That's Brits, or those from Britain who are enrolled to study in Canada. So they can be awarded this scholarship, which will cover their tuition, the airfare, accommodation, and more. So this one doesn't really apply for that. It covers just for British, students. Then there is also the University of Toronto, Ontario Graduate Scholarship. Yeah. So let me write that down in the comment section. I'm gonna write that down in the comment section. Yeah, let me write that down in the comment section. Yeah, the University of Toronto, Ontario Graduate Scholarship. Thank you very much, Botam. Thanks a lot. Good job. So you have the University of Toronto Ontario Graduate Scholarship. So this one is sorry, yeah, it's students for domestic and international students. So it's not only for Canadians. This one is also good for international students who I think they'll probably if you're enrolled into the University of Toronto in Ontario, then you are having greater chances of acquiring or having this scholarship if you apply for it. So make sure you should apply if you're an international student. This is gonna really help you a lot. The reason is why I'm sharing this because sometimes you might join. There are some universities which you join and you're not probably aware of these scholarships within your university. So you end up paying a lot of money. Why some students are having these scholarships and applying and getting them because yearly most of these universities, for example, if they launch a scholarship and if just one student apply for that scholarship, I think with just the minimum level of requirements and a lot of students don't apply, there are higher chances that that student with a minimum requirement or criteria for that scholarship would be awarded for that scholarship. So you make sure you do apply for it as soon as possible. Then um I've talked about that. Then it's also the University of Alberta. University of Alberta, this is also one of the great universities in Canada, which offers a lot of scholarships for students. A lot of scholarships for students, international students who are, planning to enroll into their program. So some of these scholarships, like unlike Asian countries, whereby some of these scholarships are usually advertised in Western countries like Canada, USA, and some European countries. What you do is you get into the school website, you go into the job, it's usually on the school website, it's usually written job and vacancies. If you click on job and vacancies, you're going to see where these scholarships are usually advertised. So you can check for yourself and apply for them as soon as possible. And the University of Alberta offers a lot of scholarships for international students, and I know a lot of friends, close friends, who got scholarships in these universities. There are also professors too who offer um, positions in their laboratories. For example, I'll be talking about PhD scholarships very soon. So for example, my area of research interest is into soils. I'm a soil scientist, so if I'm interested in working in the University of Alberta, what I can do is I go to Google, type in University of Alberta, then I go into the vacancy region or the scholarship. Some universities are so nicely. You're welcome, Bella Tama. Some universities are also websites are nicely designed where they put scholarships. You can go in there and send some of the professors what we call in quotes cold email. You introduce yourself, introduce your criteria, your achievements, and tell them what you can do and how you can fit into their laboratory if you're a science student, or how you can fit into their project. The thing is now COVID is an era of COVID whereby a lot of conferences people do not get to meet face to face where you can do networking and all of that. So cold emails play a big part. They play a big part of it. I made a video on how you can search for scholarships on Twitter. So it's the same thing. If you're searching for scholarships on Twitter, you can also go on Twitter and just say full undergraduate scholarships in University of Alberta. A lot of these professors do tweet on Twitter when they do announce a position because they are in search of students. There are some programs that just needs international students. So the scholarship position will not be awarded to a Canadian. It's going to be awarded to an international student. And if you're that fortunate student who gets to send him that cold email, trust me, you have everything sorted for you. And some of them get to offer you full scholarship right from your tuition, your flight, your visas. and to the point that you do not even need to provide a bank statement of financial proof for you to immigrate. So this is like one of the tips on how, if you want to move to or immigrate to Western countries or developed countries, this is one of the tips. You've got to work very hard in school, work hard, get your grades. I always tell my juniors this: work hard, get your grades, and send emails to some of these professors. They are willing to sponsor you. And let's go forward again. Thank you very much, Thomas. Let's go forward again. So those are just some of the few mass university positions for the master level. Let's get to PhD level. The PhD level, you have the Ontario Trillium Scholarship. The Ontario Trillium Scholarship. I'm gonna write it down. Just hold on. Let me type that in the comment section here. Yeah. Oh, my battery is running down. Oh, I didn't connect. Oh, okay. Yes, you have the Ontario Trillium Scholarship. That's a scholarship for, this is PhD level now. It's intended for highly qualified students all over the world to pursue PhD programs in Ontario. So if you're thinking of schooling in Ontario, or you're thinking of doing your doctorate degree in Ontario, this is a pretty good scholarship program for you to apply for. Get, like I said, Google is awesome. If you're not comfortable with Google, go to Twitter. If you do not know how to use Twitter, you can search on one of my videos, which yes, there are lots of scholarships in Canada, lots of them, because the Canadian government and schools are aware that schooling is pretty much very expensive for international students. So they are looking forward for a way to help a lot of bright, hardworking, smart international students to come into the country and study, into their country and study. So that is one of them, you know. And then another one is University of Ottawa. Let me write it down. My pronunciation, my suck, but I think with, yes, University of Ottawa. Yes, mom. Yeah, my girl is playing around there. Yeah, University of Ottawa or Ottawa University Scholarship. This is another one for PhD students. So they have, and this university goes ahead to offer scholarships for undergraduate, master's, PhD, micro programs, short programs, and graduate diplomas. So this university offers a lot. So you should brush to the scholarship website and check for this year. And then another one again is the Simon Fraser University Scholarship. The Simon Fraser University Scholarship, it offers for not only PhD, it offers for master level degree scholarships and also PhD. So I'll be going back and forth. Like, not even I'm talking about PhD positions, like I mentioned before. PhD positions are more like when positions are in Europe and in Asia, in some Asian countries, probably America as well. PhD, they are called positions because they're like jobs whereby your tuition, like tuition, everything is paid for, and you are also given an allowance, which is more like a little like a job, like a job. So that's why it's called position, and you need to apply for them as well. And in other words, or AKA, it can be called scholarships. So um yeah, so if you check on the Simon Fraser University Scholarship, you're gonna see that for 2021, they're offering undergraduate, masters, and PhD scholarships. So don't be feel left out if you are interested in that. Then let's go to Canadian. Before I go to Canadian public universities, there is also for I'm going to go to now. If you already have your PhD and you're interested in having a postdoctorate fellowship, postdoctorate is usually a transition from PhD to associate professor. Then before you can have now right up to professor level. Like I currently am a PhD. Sorry, I'm above PhD. I'm currently a postdoctorate fellow at a university in South Korea, a public university in South Korea. So I'm working like a PhD research fellow. So if you want to have the same, sorry, excuse me, my daughter is just 1 minute. Yes. So let me get my daughter. Sorry guys. So that was my daughter. She she climbed on a bed. I'm actually using her room to run my live stream. So she got in and climbed on her bed, which is pretty high. So my fear was that she might probably fall down. So then I'm gonna talk about now the next one I'm going to talk about I was talking about postdoctorate. So postdoctorate, there is one very good postdoctorate Canadian postdoctorate fellowship program, which is the Batten. This one, let me write it. The Batten Fellowship. Yeah, this is a Batten Fellowship. Um, yeah, Batten postdoctoral fellowship. This is a very, a very good one. I remember when I was chasing job hunting, probably last year, I was sending emails back and forth. Like each day, I sent probably just like 60 emails more or so. So I came across this one. It's a very good one, the Batten postdoctoral fellowship. If you're already a citizen in Canada and you have your PhD, you have less competition to have this fellowship because a lot of universities even write in their adverts, or some professors write it boldly. If you are interested in applying for this scholarship, for this fellowship, if you have a pretty good proposal, then you can contact them. They will help you to apply for this. The funding is pretty huge. It's huge. It will cover for your research, and then also cover for your sponsorship. So if you're interested in that one as well, you should check that out. So these were it was a pleasure to talk about. I'm gonna then before I go on Sunday Korean time, 1 a.m. um or 1 a.m. GMT plus 9, or Cameroonian time 5 p.m. I'm going to be talking about how to get nursing position, nursing school in Canada with my friend. So yes, so if you're interested on how to go about that, please make sure you hit on the subscription bell and a notification bell as well, and stay connected. I'm going to be sharing a lot of information as much as possible. Today I was just listing the universities. In another video, we might probably go in deeper on how to apply for these universities, and also be showing you how to write cold emails. By cold emails, how you can write an email to a professor to requesting for him to admit you into his laboratory or into his program or whatever. And do you know that just by writing a cold email, you can get a scholarship which will cover for your tuition? Thank you very much, Ba. Thank you very much. You can cover for your tuition, you can cover for your tuition, you can cover for your flight, and also you can cover for your financial proof of financial statement just by writing an email to a professor. So I'm going to be in some of my videos, I'm going to show you how this is done. And it's a pretty simple move. A lot of people have done it, people are doing it. You can do it. It's just suffice that you get his email address. Like when I'm searching for scholarships online using Twitter, using LinkedIn, or using there's also ResearchGate or whatever medium I'm searching. When I get the email of the official email of the professor, it's usually very exciting for me because with that email there are lots of things I can do. It's already a way for me to get in contact with the professor and request for either for a job or request for collaboration or request for lots of things. But if you do not have this email, then you will not reach them, because even when you apply for the scholarships through the government or whatsoever means, the emails, the application is at the end of the day still lands at the desk of the professor. So you need to contact him, create that one-to-one rapport with him, then it will be good enough for you. Yes, mama. So it's going to be really, good for you. So if you love what I'm doing here, thank you very much, Princess Mora. Thank you very much. So if you love what I'm doing here, make sure you click on the subscription button and stay connected. I'll be running a lot of stuff, a lot of information about um Canada, because it's that has been on high request. Then I'm going to also going to have time to run a lot of information about schools in Europe as well. Australia, I'm looking into that. As far as Asia is concerned, you can also hit me up at any time. I'm planning something pretty big with one of my friends who is a doctor in Taiwan. So I'm gonna be we're cooking up something to talk about scholarships in Taiwan. Taiwan has a lot of good scholarships, but a lot of people are not aware of it. So I'm going to be talking with him. Probably he will have the, or he's going to permit me or permit us to get to know what's going on in Taiwan and how the scholarships are there, how you can apply for them, the positions, because there are lots of them. A lot of people are not aware of them. So we can get them. We can get these scholarships before the market gets saturated. So if you like this, like I said, make sure you hit on the subscription button. This has been your boy, Dr. Rogers. See you again. Peace out.